We're doing the horizontal angle again. This time, I shall tell you the story of my applying for the Independent Living Center. For those just tuning in now, my name is Celeste Kirby. I have multiple sclerosis and fibromyalgia, among a whole host of other diseases, but those are the two big ones. I live in an assisted living. For the past year and a half, I've been living in nursing homes, rehabs, and now this assisted living. I'm grateful for all of them because I couldn't take care of myself. I couldn't move below the armpits. I could barely speak. I suddenly stopped walking. So I don't know how long the MS had been hanging out in my body, because you don't suddenly stop walking at 35. But I did. So I'm grateful for all of the rehab centers, nursing homes, care centers, this assisted living. I'm now leaving this assisted living. I wish it were under better terms, but it is what it is. And I'm healthy enough to live on my own, provided that I have home health come once a week or twice a week and manage my meds and, put them in the little containers for me that I have to take it 3 times a day, and then also do a little bit of light cleaning because I'm wheelchair bound. Like I said, I suddenly stopped walking. So anyway, I went to fill out an application for this independent housing today, where you have to be 65 or older or under 62 with a permanent disability. One of my friends from my MS group told me about it. I didn't know. I told the lady who recommended it, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, he's a resident." I didn't know that his MS was bad enough that he was permanently disabled. It's a permanent thing, but it's different for everyone. Some people can still work, and some people suddenly stop living, but their hearts keep beating, like me. So I went. They have like 4 different buildings, and she told me which building she was going to be at after lunch. And I went first to the wrong building, and then I went next to the other wrong building, and I finally made it to the right building. But it was only because I called her and said, "This is where I am," and she buzzed me in and said, "Okay, walk through the hall, down this hall, down, and then out this door." And I didn't tell her I couldn't walk, but whatever. And I brought my little Bella with me, my little Chihuahua, and I could reprimand my Labrador, but for some reason, I don't know why, I think Chihuahuas are different. And so she was reprimanding the Chihuahua and telling me, how to train it. And then also that if I register it as a companion animal after I live there, that training can be considered like a medical expense, which is awesome. So little Bella went with me, and it was exhausting getting to the right building, and then it took all day, and this lady was super nice and helping me do all of the paperwork and explaining everything, and the apartments look really nice, and it's probably like a year waiting list. And Bella was already making friends with everybody, and like Marty used to. Marty was my lab, and I really would love to circumvent living in another home and getting there within the next 30 days, but that is a slim to none chance. And then I was totally disoriented on my way out, and I went out the wrong building, the wrong exit, and couldn't find out where I was leaving. And one of the ladies I had met was like, "You came out that building." And I was like, "Okay, that's where I parked." So I went to the other building. And then the lady that had helped me all day was like, "Let me walk with you." Kind of thought she meant she was going to push my wheelchair, but no. So anyway, I guess I could have asked, but that's still hard for me. So we went to building 1, and then I was like, "Okay, my car's not here." So then I wheeled over to 2, and then 3, and then 4, and finally I was like, "Okay," so I found my stupid car, put my wheelchair away, couldn't get out, all the gates were locked. I finally found the gate that would open from the inside, but I didn't realize that it opened inward, and I was parked way too close. And it totally scratched up the front of my car, which is the POS anyway. So that was my adventure for today, and let's hope I get the place, and that somehow that all the people that wanted a wheelchair accessible unit decided that they don't want a wheelchair accessible unit, and that I get in within the next 30 days. Fingers crossed, people. Fingers crossed.